Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, first thing I want to point out is I have fake tanned. My face is kind of faded, so my face is looking a little bit paler than my neck and the rest of my body and everything. But yeah, I decided to fake tan for the first time in forever because I don't really know why. I think because the weather's getting hotter, like it's actually really sunny outside today and I am overheating in my room. And like, especially with my 3 lights and everything, it's just like, I need to open a window, but if I open a window, you hear the traffic and it's really annoying. I also woke up today with a mountain on my face, which isn't ideal. Actually, I've got 2. There's one on my chin and one here. And they're going to be joining us for the remainder of this video, unfortunately. But in today's video, I'm finally getting around to testing out Wish makeup. I did a Wish haul ages ago and I did get quite a few makeup bits and some brushes and stuff, and so I thought I would finally put it to the test, put it on my face and see what it's like, because it was all ridiculously cheap. So I don't quite have enough for I don't have every single product on my face. So I'm just gonna add foundation first and then I'll go in with the concealer and the powder and everything. The foundation that I'm actually gonna be using is the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation in the shade 1.60. Just because I had every single shade of this foundation and now that I've got a bit of a tan, I can't use my other foundations clearly, so I'm gonna just put a layer of this on my face. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn down the brightness again because it's ridiculous outside. I actually really like being tanned. I just wish that I could be bothered to do it all the time. I'm just way too lazy for that, but I do actually really enjoy it. I'm gonna try and keep it up. I actually think that's even a bit too light for me, like compared to my neck. Okay, so clearly that foundation did not cover up my little friend over here, and same on my chin. And also like my under eye bags and stuff. So for that, I'm gonna go in with a concealer. And I'm also gonna try this on the tattoo on my arm. Okay, ignore this streak right here. I'm a beginner, okay? This concealer was advertised as a full coverage concealer and it's called the Pop Feel Full Cover Concealer. I've got the shade FC01, which I mean, obviously now it's probably gonna be a bit too light for me, but I didn't wanna wait to film this video. I thought I would just go ahead and do it. So this is quite a light concealer. It almost looks a bit like baby pink. But when I kind of swatched this on my hands, I was like, this does not look full coverage. It just feels kind of like one of those oily, greasy, cheap concealer. Wait, I've actually got like oil. Ooh, that's really weird. I don't know if you can see like on my finger down here, but it's actually kind of like separated and there's like oil. Like there's a layer of oil on top of the concealer, which I don't really want to put this on my face. So I'm just gonna pat this under my eyes and see what it can do. It just really does not seem very full coverage to me. Like it's definitely covering something. It's giving me a little bit of something, but that's not full coverage. Like you can still see my under eye bags. Let's try and add another layer. I know that my lighting situation right now is really not ideal, how I have the sun like coming in and out and stuff, but oh my god, I promise when I move out I'm gonna try and make like the best filming space ever. And I'm so desperate to move out right now. I'm kind of like starting to look into it like properly, because I'm just so done of living in this room. Like I do everything in this one bedroom and I love living with my parents, but I'm just ready to like have my own space. It's definitely not full coverage. It doesn't look the best. Like, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but it's just quite an oily concealer. And it's kind of a bit creasy and it's not the smoothest looking. I'm gonna try some on my blemishes. Okay. That definitely give a bit of coverage, but you can still see it. Before I do this one, I'm just gonna go around the sides of my nose. I'm just really not a fan of the texture. And I have absolutely no problems with cheap makeup, as you will know if you watch this channel a lot. But this is just not, it's not very good. Like, spend a few extra coins, go down to Superdrug, get yourself like a Collection Lasting Perfection concealer or a Revolution Conceal and Define concealer or something like that. Like this one is not the one. Okay, right, here goes nothing. Okay, to be fair, it has given some coverage, but it's definitely not full coverage. You can still very much see my spot. I'm gonna test this on my tattoo in a sec, but first I'm just gonna powder my face. For my face powder, I've got the Focallure face powder in number 1, which is incredibly light. This actually looks like it's gonna have some sort of coverage, and I made the stupid mistake of peeling off the sticker and then it kind of like went all over the powder puff, which is not ideal, but it's a very, very light kind of cream coloured powder. Okay, so I'm just going to dip into some of this. It's got like a little sifter situation going on. Okay, so if you compare that side to this side, I think that definitely has some coverage. Like, it's definitely really brightened up my under eye. So a lot of the times with these types of powders, they're kind of like translucent and will work on like a lot of different skin tones. But this one has definitely got some colour to it because it's really like actually brightening up my under eyes, which is good if you want that kind of like brightened look. But right now I think I look a bit like a startled ghost. I'm just going to try and put it all over my face and see what happens, see if it actually like makes me really pale. I think it just kind of depends on how much you put on, because obviously if you put on a thin layer then it's not going to give you too much coverage. It does look a little bit like dry under my eyes, but I think it could be a combination of the concealer, because the concealer was looking like not very smooth anyway. But let me just give you a close up. So this is what the powder and concealer are kind of looking like under my eyes. It does look a little bit like dry, if you can see what I mean, and my concealer like creased on this side. I look like I've got flashback going on even though I'm not taking a picture. Like, okay, let's test this concealer. I know it's not going to be the right colour because of my tan, but I want to see if it can cover my tattoos, because on the picture, I'm pretty sure it had a picture of it covering, what? On the listing, it had a picture of this covering someone's tattoos, so is this going to be false advertisement? Let's see. Oh my god, I can't go over that streak. I'm so bad at tanning. Let's do like half my tattoo. Yeah, that's really not working, is it? Okay, let's just try and cover my whole tattoo. Wow, great job. I'm gonna get like a thick layer and just dab it. Yeah, you can still see my tattoo quite clearly underneath it. Let's go in with a fourth layer. Yeah, no, it's not really working. Like, that tattoo is definitely very much still there. That's after like 4 layers. Just gonna bronze up my face. I'm using the Revolution Pro a 4K bronzer palette in Cool, just to kind of like match the rest of my face. It's on the floor. I don't like, I need a new setup. So I'm just gonna take a mixture of all of these colours and try and match my face with the rest of my body, because right now we've got a bit of a situation. I think I'm just gonna have to go all over my face with bronzer because my under eyes look ridiculous. I've also got like a full-on fake tan moustache right now. I am aware that I look ridiculous. So moving on to blush, I have this, which is the Miva Girl Kiss Kiss Velvet Colour Blusher. I got this because it kind of looked really similar to the Milani Luminoso blush, which is one of my all-time favourites. Again, it was super, super cheap. This probably took the longest to arrive. I think this and the lashes were the last thing to come. They took maybe like over a month to arrive. So the packaging is very simple. It just looks like this. But it also does have a mirror in here and a brush, which again is pretty much identical to the Milani one, which I was pretty impressed with considering how cheap this was. This is Milani Luminoso and this is the Wish one. This one is a little bit more pink and the Milani one is a bit more peach, but the actual kind of packaging concept is really, really similar. Okay, so it's pretty damn pigmented. Okay, that's really pigmented, but it's actually quite a pretty colour. It's really annoying me how you can't see anything on this side of my face because of the sun. What are those ice creams called where you've got like vanilla, chocolate and strawberry? I look like a Neapolitan ice cream. Is that what they're called? You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. This is like what my cheeks look like right now. Vanilla, strawberry and chocolate. Like, I think it was just those base products that were letting me down. But in terms of the actual blush, like it is pretty decently... I can't do this anymore. Anyway, as I was saying, it's a decently pigmented blush. It's quite a pretty colour. It is quite pink, but they did do quite a lot of different shades, and yeah, I feel like it's totally fine for the price I paid. I then got this highlighter, which is supposed to be a dupe of one of the Colourpop ones. This is the, oh, it's the same brand as the powder. This is the Focallure Multi-Use Refill Pan. I got the shade Lunch Money, which is literally one of the Colourpop shades. I didn't realise that this was going to come in like a piece of cardboard and be like a magnetic refill. On the website, it definitely didn't look this golden. Okay, so it doesn't have the same texture as Colourpop highlighters at all. Like, it's not creamy, it's just like a straight up powder. It doesn't, to be honest, it doesn't really seem that pigmented. I'm really like getting my brush in there because not a lot seems to be coming off onto it. Okay, so it's not bad, like it's doing something, it's giving me a bit of glow, but it's just quite a dry powder. Like in the viewfinder it looks quite nice. On my skin, like it's not super pigmented, it's quite a subtle sort of glow. And it is emphasising my texture a little bit. I'm just not the biggest fan of the colour. To be honest, like I'm quite glad that it didn't come out as yellow on my face because it is quite yellow in the like pan. But you just have to get your brush in there quite a lot because it doesn't seem to pick up that easily. Like to be honest, I think you'd be a lot better to just go down to Superdrug or Boots or your local drugstore and get any kind of like drugstore highlighter because it seems to work a bit better than this. On camera it is looking quite nice, like on this side. On this side it's a bit like overexposed. You can definitely see a glow there, like it's not the worst, but it just takes a lot of like digging in there, you know? And also you don't get like proper packaging with it, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this. Moving on to the brows. I'm probably most excited for this product just because it's one of those microblade effect pens. This is the Tint My Full Tip Brow Eyebrow Contouring Beautiful Eyebrow pen. And this is in the shade 02. They had quite a few colours again. I'm trying to figure out why it's rattling. Can you hear that? And it's got these 4 little bristles, which are like 4 little individual pens. And then you kind of use this to draw on your brow hairs. So it just draws like 4 little lines like this. Oh my god. Can you guys see I've done like the first like stroke here? It's really like red and I've done it a bit wonky. Oh my god, what have I done? Okay, so first off, the colour that I ordered, I thought it was going to be like a nice ashy, cool toned brown. This is very warm. Okay, that's not the best eyebrow I've ever done. So this is what the eyebrow looks like. I did not do a very good job. The front strokes are really wonky and it's very dark and very warm toned. Let's try the other side. I just really think I've got the wrong colour. This is way too dark for me and way too warm. This one looks a little bit better because this one's like, what did I even do here? But yeah, it's just not the right colour. So I then have this eyeshadow, which is the Fira Super Vibrant eyeshadow in the shade 104 Nicole. I managed to completely destroy the box. This again kind of looks like a dupe of one of the Colourpop eyeshadows. That's a cream eyeshadow. It's not super glittery or anything. I think I'm just gonna lay down a few transition shades because I want to test these brushes. This brush set was super cheap. I think you get 12 brushes in here. And there's a selection of blending brushes, flat brushes, there's a smoky eyeliner brush, a thin eyeliner brush, there's a brow brush, there's kind of like everything you would really need for your eyes. I guess you could also use these for concealer. They actually feel really nice. And I like how you get blending brushes as well, because a lot of the times with cheap eyebrow sets, eye brush sets, you don't really get many blending brushes and they're all quite hard. I was gonna say solid and then I was gonna say hard and it kind of came out as hard. So just to do a few transitions, I'm gonna use my Soph Revolution palette, which is well and truly battered and falling to pieces and stuck together with duct tape. And I'm gonna take this shade right here and I'm just gonna whack that in my crease. Yeah, this brush feels really soft and it's doing a really decent job of blending. Okay, that blending brush is perfectly fine. It did a really decent job. Let's take a slightly more flat brush to do my lower lash line. Again, this one is really soft. It doesn't feel like it's irritating my eyes or anything. And I'm also going to use this brush to dip into a slightly darker shade. I'm just going to go for this shade here, which is called Mug Cake. And I'm just going to put that on the outer corners. Just kind of drag that through my crease a little bit. I mean, it's definitely picking up the product nicely and putting it down nicely. Sometimes you get brushes that don't really like pick up eyeshadows that great, but these ones seem to be totally fine. And then just going back in with that blending brush. And then I'm going in with the cream eyeshadow, which is the Wish one, and I'm going to take one of these flat brushes. To be honest, with cream eyeshadows, I normally find they apply way better with my fingers anyway. Oh, but actually this looks like it's picked up a lot of product. Ooh, wow, that's actually really nice. Okay, wait, the more I blend it out, the more it's disappearing. Let's do another layer. Like when you first put it on, it looks really silky and shimmery. Let's try using my finger and see if it does anything better. Yeah, I think using your finger definitely packs more of a punch. But the brush actually did a really good job on that. Like it picked up a lot. Look, that actually looks really nice. I just wish it had a bit more like foily glitter in there because It's more of like a satin, I think. It's not super sparkly. I genuinely think that's a really decent eyeshadow. And again, they had loads of other colours as well. Then I'm going to take this small kind of pointed brush to do my inner corners, and I'm just taking the shade Fairy Lights from my palette. Oh, that just went in my eye. I'm just going to quickly add a bit of lip liner to my lips because I don't have a lip product. I did order one, but it never arrived, so that's great. This is the NYX lip liner in Sandstorm, and honestly, I've just been wearing this with lip balm recently. I ordered this set of 4 lashes, and they're supposed to be all the same, but they actually look pretty different. But like, if you actually look at these ones look a lot more crossed over and spiky than like these ones, and some of them look longer than others. I don't know, like this pair of lashes looks very different from this pair. I didn't choose to get an eyeliner or mascara just because my eyes are pretty sensitive, so I'm just gonna whack some of this on, which is the Revolution mascara, and then I'll see what the lashes look like. They look interesting. Okay, let's peel off a pair of these. This looks like my pet caterpillar or something, like, hey. They make them really long widthways as well as lengthways, clearly, like, that's like twice the size of my eye, so I'm just gonna trim these down a little bit. They do feel very lightweight and they are quite flexible, which is good. Like, the band isn't ridiculously thick, which I quite like. Oh, well, that's great. My glue just spat on me. I'm starting to feel dizzy. Wait, I don't have any eyeliner on. I've just realised this is gonna be really difficult to apply them and make them look natural. Oh well, let's do it anyway. You know what? That doesn't actually look too bad. They look quite nice. I mean, they don't look the best just because I don't have any eyeliner on, and normally I would have eyeliner so they kind of blend a little bit better. But they really look quite, I was gonna say natural, but what I mean by natural is they don't look like really plasticky. They look quite fluffy and wispy, which I like. Ah, I've got lash glue in my eye. These just do not want to stick on my inner corners. It's just not happening. Stick! This inner corner will not stick down. I've got glue in my eyeball and it's just not getting anywhere. This one looks way nicer. I feel like this one looks a bit more like wispy, and this one is a bit more like crossed over. Oh my god, my eyes are stinging. Ah. I'm just gonna leave it because these are coming off in like 0.2 seconds. Okay, so to conclude this video, let's just ignore this eye because the lash is not wanting to cooperate, which is really frustrating. But overall, there is some decent makeup products on Wish. I think my favourite things were probably the blush, and the eyeshadow I think was actually really pretty, like the cream eyeshadow. Got these in this style L06, if any of you are wondering. The brushes actually were really good. They were probably the best thing, to be honest. I am just going to get a question of the day because I always answer one at the end of my videos, so if there's anything you want to know, leave it down below with the hashtag question of the day. Amy Anthony Harpham says, when you have finished filming makeup videos, do you take it off straight after? Love you, you're a beautiful, pure, kind person. Oh, thank you, that's so sweet. Honestly, it depends. Sometimes when I'm filming, I will go out like to an event afterwards, and like I'll film it on a day when I've got something. To be honest, the majority of the time I will film just on a day where I'm at home, and then I would like edit the video straight away. While I'm editing, I will probably keep my makeup on, and then I normally do keep it on for the rest of the day if I'm not like doing anything, and then I take it off at like midnight when I go to bed. But if I'm wearing lashes, I'd take them off straight after the video because they irritate my eyes so badly. Okay, so I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. If you have any other video requests, let me know because I'm always open to your ideas. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Ow. See ya.